Good morning, Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag market update. Higher trade across in bean oil here overnight, otherwise lower trade across the agricultural space. Corn right now 2 to 3 lower. Beans are 4 to 5 lower. Wheat ranges from 2 to 5 lower. Meal was down about $2. Bean oil bucking the trend here, 20 to 30 points better. Just getting harder and harder to make a bullish case for agricultural commodities, particularly for the feed grains. That after yesterday's USDA updates, September 1st stocks for both corn and wheat came in well above expectations. Corn actually coming in more than 80 million bushels above the range of estimates, that according to the Reuters poll. And while soybean stocks came in slightly below expectations with U.S. harvest starting to roll and just continued lack of trade talks right now with China, the current USDA demand projections would appear to be awfully optimistic. And in fact, yesterday afternoon, the U.S. ambassador to China, David Perdue, he stated that while the purchase of U.S. soybeans or grains from China likely not to happen anytime soon. In addition to the USDA stocks data yesterday, we also got a monthly update from the EIA on biofuels production, capacity, and feedstock usage. The combined biodiesel and renewable diesel production, that rose 2.8% in July to 420 million gallons, however, still off 8% year over year. Bean oil usage for the month actually rose 6%. To 1.108 billion pounds. However, that was still down nearly 3% from July of a year ago. Cumulative usage over the first 10 months of the 24-25 marketing year, that's down 10.4%. The USDA projection is down 5.7%. So right now that USDA projection looks awfully optimistic. Look for some switching out of the biofuel usage to other domestic usage in follow-up WASDE reports whenever those are, as we are now into day one of the federal government shutdown. Yesterday, with the old crop ending stocks now well over 1.5 billion bushels, feedstock usage for the 24-25 marketing year is overestimated by nearly 200 million bushels. That will likely carry over to the new crop as well, as cattle inventories continue to remain too low with a lack of feeders coming in from Mexico due to the screwworm problem. While I do expect 2025 corn yields to come down a little bit, I think production will need to drop well below that USDA estimate in September. I've got yields probably have to reach 180 or lower for ending stocks to drop below that 2 billion bushel figure. At this point, it's anyone's guess as to when that next USDA production report will be. I do think we'll get an update on the ethanol today from the EIA. Their website states that they can operate for a period of time despite the shutdown. In wheat, September 1 stocks at 2.12 billion bushels, 77 million above the average trade guess, largely due to higher production. 1.985 billion bushels is the all wheat production. That was 35 million above the range of guesses, largely due to increased winter wheat production. They did revise up winter wheat acres, 775,000. Most of these acres coming from Texas and in Kansas. Spring wheat production also above expectations. D's corn did trade below the September low overnight. Next support $4. The next support below that, the contract low at $3.92. Nove beans back below $10, although bouncing a little bit as we get closer to the pause. Next support's the August low at $9.81 Speculative traders are starting to pile on a little bit to the short side, however, at only short 40,000, well below the record short from July of 24 at 185,000. New contract low for meal and oil. Deliveries did pick up in the meal up to 207, 425 on the oil. New lows in the wheat as well. Thanks for listening, everyone, and have a great day.